What's going on, everybody? I wanted to do a different type of video today and update everybody on the remaining ESPN top 300 recruits and where they're projected to go. There are 18 players that I will be talking about that haven't committed anywhere. And before I start the video, do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications if you never want to miss a daily upload. But without further ado, let's look at all the top recruits and where they stand as of now. Now to start off, the first recruit is Jordan Seaton. He is the #1 offensive tackle according to ESPN. Anybody who picks up Jordan Seaton will have a huge accusation to the team. He's a 6'5", 310-pound recruit from IMG Academy in the state of Florida. And right now you have schools like Alabama, Oregon, and Ohio State in the picture. But as of today, he is most likely leaning towards Tennessee. The next recruit is Kobe Black, who is a cornerback and the 20th rated ESPN recruit. He would be a huge pickup for any team. And right now it's looking likely that he will go to Texas or possibly Texas A&M. But in the picture you also have teams like LSU, Ohio State, and Oregon. His older brother Corey Black is the defensive back for the Dallas Cowboys. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kobe Black will play for a team in the state of Texas. The next guy up is Ernest Willer, who is a defensive end, and he is the 67th rated ESPN recruit. He's also the number 11 defensive lineman recruit right now. He has eyes on Big Ten schools like Ohio State, Penn State, and Wisconsin, but he's likely leaning towards playing in his home state of Maryland. But it's still hard to predict because he has more visits coming up with other schools. The next recruit is Zay Mincy, who is the 83rd ESPN recruit. He is a big safety at 6'3", 180 pounds. Right now, he's leaning towards going to Florida and making that class more stacked than it already is. But he also has Alabama and Miami in the mix. Zay Mincy could really bring value to any team he goes to. And Florida already has a stacked class, so getting Zay Mincy would really help that team out. The next guy is Dron Miller. He's a 6', 205-pound receiver out of Silsbee, Texas. He is also the number 14 receiver in the country. And right now, it's too early to tell, but it's likely that he could possibly go to LSU or even Texas A&M. The next guy is Grant Bicks, who is the 10th ranked offensive tackle in the country. He has many options with going to either Oklahoma, Kansas State, or Nebraska. Right now it's looking like he will be going to either Nebraska or Oklahoma. But Kansas State may be in the picture. He would be a big pickup for any team as he is 6'6" and 275 pounds. The next recruit is Daniel Hill, who is actually an athlete. He is the number 7 ranked athlete in the class, and he's the top athlete that hasn't committed anywhere yet. He will likely be a running back, and right now he's leaning towards going to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Because who wouldn't want to play for Nick Saban in Alabama? But South Carolina and Tennessee are also in the picture. The next recruit is Cameron McKell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but he is an athlete, and he's also a track star and a basketball player. He played many positions on offense and defense in high school, so the dude can really do it all. He will be announcing his commitment on November 23rd. He's got a lot of teams on his mind, but it looks like he's leaning towards Georgia, but Tennessee is likely too. The next recruit is Cal Bates, who is the 147th ranked ESPN recruit who committed to LSU, but he decommitted from LSU on November 13th. He's a cornerback, and right now he's likely leaning towards Florida State, but maybe other teams could get in the mix if he waits to make a decision on where he wants to go to. The next recruit is Jason Brown, who is a 5'10", 180-pound running back. He's the 11th best running back in the country, and right now the two teams in the mix are Oregon and Washington, with Washington having the edge right now. Michigan State also was in the picture before the whole situation with Mel Tucker. The future is not looking too good for the Michigan State Spartans. The next guy is Burnside, who is an athlete that decommitted from Mississippi State a little over 2 weeks ago. He will likely stay in his home state of Mississippi because he is leaning towards Ole Miss, but Texas A&M is also in the picture. But Texas A&M doesn't have a head coach, so Ole Miss probably has the edge. The next guy is Bradley Shaw, who is a linebacker, and he had a lot of teams on his mind, but there are two teams that really stand out, and they are Clemson and Arkansas. So we'll see what his final decision is, but Arkansas might have the edge. He will definitely be a good pickup because linebacker is a key position on defense, and Arkansas does need a little bit of help on the defensive side. The next guy is Jericho Johnson, who is a 6'4", 295-pound defensive tackle. He is the 180th rated recruit on ESPN. He would be a huge pickup for any team. Right now, he only has Pac-12 teams on his mind, but the Pac-12 is gone after this year, so I don't know if I could actually say Pac-12 teams. But he is leaning towards playing for the Oregon Ducks, which will just help stack up that defensive line that is already going to be stacked. And it's likely he will be playing in the Big Ten next year because of conference realignment. And the Oregon Ducks would be a very good place to play because the Oregon Ducks are really good up front on defense. The next guy is Jaron Bernett, who is a running back and the 249th rated recruit by ESPN. He decommitted from Auburn on November 2nd, and we are still unsure about where he will be going, but he could be possibly going to Georgia Tech, which would be a good pickup for Georgia Tech, a team that always struggles to even make bowl games. The next guy is Steve Bolo, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name, but he is from Quebec. He saw his first college football game in October when he visited Alabama. He's mainly looking at the SEC schools, but it is very likely that he will commit to Alabama and help out Alabama's defensive line going into the next few years, as Steve is a defensive lineman and their 253rd ranked recruit. And the next guy is Courtney Crutchfield, who is another athlete, and he is the 269th ranked recruit, and he's likely going to be committing to Missouri. The next guy is also an athlete. His name is Mario Craver, and the team that he will most likely be committing to is the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And on to the last guy for the top 300 ESPN recruits that hasn't committed anywhere. His name is King Joseph Edwards. What a beautiful name. He is a defensive end, and he is 6'4", 250 pounds. And this would be a huge pickup for Colorado, as it does seem he is leaning towards going to Colorado, which would really help out that defensive front seven of Colorado. Colorado has had a couple good recruits decommit from their school, but this would be a good pickup for them heading into the Big 12 and to get them back on track on the recruiting board. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I just wanted to do a little update on recruiting and the last top recruits who haven't committed anywhere. And if you guys want me to do more recruiting videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also turn on notifications for daily uploads. And peace out, guys.